Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
Little Robert Cray bringing us back, my favorite blues man. 7 till the hour. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Thanks for being part of my day. I'm Jim Blasingame. We're having a great visit with our good friend Tamar Jacoby. ImmigrationWorksUSA.org. Is that right, Tamar?
That's correct, Jim. Thank you.
ImmigrationWorksUSA.org. You can find all the good work that she's doing there. She's one of the players at the table, folks, in this very important political debate that's going on right now, hot and heavy among the parties, among the three major parts of our government, the House and the Senate and the White House, and Republicans and Democrats. Okay, Tamar, one of the things that's really many people are really making a big deal about, I guess it's mostly Republicans, is that what good is it going to do to put 12 to 15 million people on a path to legality or to citizenship if we don't secure the borders and stop another 15 million people from coming in and dealing with all that? Now, I want you to talk about that while you weave into it your concept of what needs to be happening in the future.
Absolutely. So we think there are only about 11 million of them, right? Even the people who don't really like them only agree that there's only 11 million of them. But so the problem is, how do you prevent them from coming in the future? How do we prevent having another 11 million in 10 years or 15 years? And the answer is two things. One is we need better enforcement, better immigration law enforcement, and that means enforcement on the border, and that means a lot of people are asking now, let's have an absolute guarantee. Let's have some certification that the border is actually secure before you let some of these benefits kick in, like citizenship. And they're also, because a lot of people are afraid we'll do the citizenship, but we won't do the enforcement.
Right.
So they're saying, that people can come out of the shadows, they can declare, but no citizenship till we can absolutely certify that the border is secure. Mm-hmm. And so people are thinking about how to certify that.
We're making the pathway to legality. Will that ease up the border challenges?
Well, here's what will really ease up the border challenges. The reason there are 11 million people here is not because those people want to break the law. Like, you don't get anything from coming illegally. All you get is fear and the potential of death.
Right.
You don't get any benefit on your taxes. Most employers take
they just want to work,
out anyway. They just want to work, but there's no benefit from coming illegally rather than legally. The problem is there's no legal way for unskilled people who want to work somewhere other than a farm. There's no legal way for them to get here to work. Mm-hmm. So they came illegally because there was no choice. It's like saying, to me, it's like if I said to you, well, drive over to my house, but there was no road. Right. So you had to walk and go through other people's yards. That's what happened to them. They walked and went through other people's yards, not because they wanted to walk and go through other people's yards.
So what's the answer?
Because there is no road. The answer is a worker visa program where employers, small business owners like your listeners, have to try to hire Americans first, but when they can't, they should be able to hire a foreigner.
So is that a different? That's a variation on just being legal, right?
But that's different that has nothing to do with legalizing the people here already.
Right.
You could create a program that doesn't involve rewarding any lawbreakers.
Right.
That doesn't involve any.
So we could potentially have three. We could potentially have three sets of people here. People here on temporary work visas. People who are already here who are now have been declared legal.
Legalizing.
And then people, and then maybe those people or some other people who potentially are on the pathway to citizenship.
Yeah, and the point is, the reason you need more, the people who are already here already have jobs, right?
Yep.
And the guy who's here now, he's the beloved employee for many employers.
Right.
But he's going to get old, and when he gets legal, he's probably going to want a better job. Last time we did this, the people who got legalized wanted to go on to better jobs. And you probably want to grow your business, right? That guy, you already have him. You're going to need new low-skilled hires.
Well,
so
I can see, I can see where there's a lot of benefits that can come from this. So as we wrap up, Tamar, what do you think of the chances that we're going to get something that looks like leadership, that looks like quality in the immigration bill?
Well, I had dinner with a congressman last night, and he went on for about 10 minutes about how exciting it is and how much better our chances are now. And then he said at the end, so our chances are better. All this good stuff is happening, and everybody's down with it. That probably means we have about a 5% chance.
5%.
Now, he was being a little pessimistic. He was being pessimistic.
What do you
think?
The
point is, it's much, much better. Oh, I'll put it at 50 at this point. I mean,
50-50.
Yeah.
In the next 2 years or the next 4 years?
Well, I think if we don't do it pretty soon, it's going to get harder and harder.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, Tamar, I know you'll keep us posted on how things are going. Thanks for being here. Good job today. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me, Jim.
Tamar Jacoby, ladies and gentlemen, ImmigrationWorksUSA.org is her website. I got to go for this hour. I'm Jim Blasingame. I'll see you later.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved.